Ma'am Lau. I am Roslyn M. Pole, the leader of this group. My members are Ms. Meriven Pacaonces, Ms. Leia Rica Moyalde, Ms. Kathy Malangis, and Ms. Janelle Dumpe. Our research title is Consumer Satisfaction Assessment in Online Food Ordering in Baybay City, Leyte, Philippines. Now, referring to the study of Passport 2019 that is already investigated and already had a result that there is a significant contribution. So, we believe that this study may contribute to the establishment as well as the aspiring researchers and also to the community, specifically in Baybay City, Leyte. That is why the group decided to come up with this research title. Our research is significant because the outcome of this study might benefit or enlighten the marketing sector of consumer food service to fully understand or in better understanding their consumers, such as what influences them to order food online and the consumer satisfaction. So, to further discuss our significance of the study, we have Miss Leia. Miss Leia?
I am Leia Mayalde and I will discuss the importance of our study. So, after deciding with our research title, which is the Consumer Satisfaction Assessment in Online Food Ordering in Baybay City, Leyte, Philippines, we come up with the significance of this study and we believe that this research study will possibly contribute to the following beneficiaries. So, first, this study can possibly contribute to the aspiring researchers. This study can be used for the future researchers as a guide into more in-depth analysis in relation to this topic. Second, this study may also benefit the community. The result of this study will possibly help them to have a better perception in using online food delivery services. And lastly, the establishment, which we believe that they can directly benefit from this study. The research study results might be a great help for the establishment to fully understand the consumer, specifically the consumer's satisfaction towards ordering food online.
Now we are in the research objectives. I am Roslyn M. Pole and I am going to discuss research objectives. Now, after determining the beneficiaries mentioned in our significance of the study, we are able to come up with 4 research objectives for us to be guided and complete our study. That is all about consumer satisfaction assessment. Now, the objectives of this study will identify and narrow the scope of our investigation for crucial factors that will guide us through the research process. So, to start with, we will determine the background of the respondents according to age, gender, and repetition of using online food delivery platforms. We chose the selected demographic profile of the respondent, such as the age, gender, and repetition of using online food ordering, because we believe that those can give authenticity or validity of the respondent's background. After that, we will analyze the consumer satisfaction. Also, we will identify what influences the consumer to order food online. So, for our last objective, we are motivated to construct a recommendation that the marketing sector of consumer food service might do in order to sustain consumer satisfaction. So, to discuss our statement of the problem, we have Ms. Meriven Pacaonces. Ms. Meriven?
Ms. Mervyn F. Pacaonces, and I will further discuss the statement of the problem. So, in relation to the title of our study, we have come up with this statement of the problem because we researchers sees the need to figure out why consumers are responsive in online food ordering despite of the prior trends demonstrating that the Filipino populace enjoys eating out a lot. So the goal of this study is to assess the consumer satisfaction in online food ordering in North District Barangay Subaybay City, Leyte. Generally, this study will attempt to answer the following questions on the aforementioned factors. Number 1. How will you rate the following influence in ordering food online in terms of 1.1. Time saving, 1.2. Consumer convenience, 1.3. Availability of products and services, and 1.4. Payment options. Number 2. What is your feedback after ordering food online in terms of 2.1. Food quality, 2.2. Delivery services, and 2.3. Food packaging. And lastly, how will you rate your overall experience in ordering food online?
Scope and limitation of the study. This study will focus on consumer satisfaction in online food ordering, and the scope area will be conducted in selected barangays of the North District in Baybay City, Leyte, namely Gabas, Kilim, Pangasugan, and Patag, with the total population of 10,002 in the census 2020. We chose these barangays because it is away from the food establishment that uses food online, and it is the most populated among the district of Baybay City, Leyte. The limitation of the study is estimated within 3 months of time frame to be gathered, quantified, and analyzed data of what would be the consumer satisfaction when ordering food online.
So for Chapter 2, the review related literature, we have number 1, factors influencing to order food online. The Kaiser-Meyer-Olkin scale was used to identify the factors that influence consumer behavior toward online food ordering. Delivery time and pricing were the deciding factors. Options for payment, service quality, and time savings are all things to think about when considering online meal ordering. Number 2, time saving in ordering online. One of the key contributory variables that influences people's behavioral intention to purchase online is time savings. Time saving has a positive effect on behavior intention toward online purchasing. Many people believe internet buying takes less time than traditional offline shopping because it does not require them to waste time. Next is customer convenience. Customers are more likely to use new electronic ordering and delivery systems as companies promote them to the public. One of the benefits of buying online is the convenience it provides, as it allows customers to purchase things at any time and from any location. Customers shop at home to save time, avoid congested markets, and complete transactions at their leisure. Number 4, products and services available online. Social media is regarded as the most effective way for service providers to promote their offerings. Factors like convenience, hedonic motivation, time-saving orientation, prior online purchase experience, consumer attitude, and behavioral intention all influence customers when looking for OFD services, as digital apps have emerged as one of the fastest growing developments in food delivery. Next is payment options. Online food delivery providers aim to create a safe and secure environment. Customers can decide their payment date and amount in their own preference and convenience. They would prefer to shop at home to minimize the time, avoid crowded market, and initiate the transaction at any time and anywhere. Next is customer service. Making online takeout has a lot of advantages, including avoiding poor customer service and avoiding in-store traffic. Websites with bad customer service ratings are the least likely to be shopped again. This study proposes that service quality is an important antecedent of satisfaction. Next is the food quality. In relation to experience, food quality and other quality dimensions are both antecedent and consequence of image. Food should be served fresh, delicious food, nutritive value in the food, different types of menus, and food that is appealing to customers are the other 5 dimensions of food quality. Next is delivery services. The time of delivery is critical in the e-commerce market. Delays in delivery beyond the standard, examples 1-hour delivery, will have a negative impact on customer satisfaction. Variables related to order fulfillment, particularly on-time delivery, have the greatest impact on total customer ratings and satisfaction. Next is food packaging. Food packaging protects food from environmental contamination and other influences such as odors, shocks, dust, temperature, physical damage, light, microorganisms, and humidity. It is essential for ensuring food quality and safety, as well as extending shelf life and reducing food losses and waste. Next is customer satisfaction. As people's lives become busier, they are more likely to shop online. According to Duarte et al. 2018, another benefit is the ability to remain remote without having to visit a physical store. Convenience saves us time and money on transportation, which explains why some people prefer shopping online. Lastly, we have Likert scale interpretation. Likert scaling is a widely used scale in many fields of discipline, most particularly in social science research. It is a scaling method in which a statement can be responded positively or negatively. Most social science researchers prefer to use response categories that are on odd scale. Example of these are 3, 5, 7, or 9.
Now we are in the chapter 3, which is the research methodology. Now this chapter presents the methodology used for collecting the data which are relevant to the study. The research methodology includes areas such as the research design, research area, research respondents, research instruments, and the data analysis. So let us begin with the research design. So in this study, we use a quantitative method to treat our data. So after we handed our questionnaire, we have gathered it and analyzed the responses of the respondents in order to meet the 4 research objectives of this study. So as a data collection approach, a survey method is used to gather the data, and also a 5-point Likert scale is used to interpret the data.
I am Janelle Dumpe and I will be discussing our research area. Our study will be conducted in selected areas of the North District barangays in Baybay City, Leyte. The majority of sample chosen is Barangay Gabas, Barangay Kilim, some from Barangay Pangasugan, and fewer from Barangay Patag. The figure shows the location map of where our study will be conducted. Now, I will be discussing the research respondents, which are the consumers that are active users of online food delivery platforms in the selected area of North District in Baybay City, Leyte. A total of 100 participants will be randomly selected using a sampling method and provided with a questionnaire. Respondents' age, gender, and frequency of online food ordering will be used to verify the legitimacy and the authenticity of the randomly chosen participants.
Research instruments. The instrument used in this study is a survey questionnaire that will be distributed or handed through a face-to-face interview. The questionnaire will be divided in 2 parts, and the first part will be asked for the respondent's age, gender, and how frequent the consumer orders food online. And for the second part will be uses the Likert scale to determine the consumer satisfaction that are active user of food online. The questionnaire contains 3 items and uses the 5-point Likert scale from 1 to 5 and will be used to interpret the data of consumer satisfaction assessment, which stress into 1 is very poor, 2 is poor, 3 is neutral, 4 is excellent, and 5 is very excellent, which will be answered the variable number 1. And for the variable number 2 and 3, the respondents will answer 1 is very unsatisfied, 2 is unsatisfied, 3 is neutral, and 4 is satisfied, and 5 is very satisfied. And for each factors, respondents are required to check the appropriate column for their response.
So for our data analysis, after all the gathering of data from our respondents, we decided to use a descriptive statistic to interpret the data gathered. But first, we will tally the demographic profile of the respondents using a tabulation method in order to provide validity and legitimacy of the respondents' background. Second, we will sum up all the responses to finally get the percentage of the demographic profile of the respondents. And after that, we will analyze the data using mean and median to calculate the central tendency score. And finally, the numeric value will be interpreted into Likert scale to describe the data from the least and highest for us to be able to give recommendation.